All right, racist.
They just got here. And you can't trace Native American to American Indian by way of paperwork. That's a brand new term that just started in the 1970s.
Let's talk about the original American Destiny swap geared towards confusing an entire continent. The most diabolical life swap trick in history was pulled by the European colonizers. Not only did they sneakily steal the land, they systemically committed identity and name theft of Black Indigenous head of households. They forcibly baptized leaders, giving them European first and last names like John Smith or James Brown. Meanwhile, the true American Indian's name was replaced, thus removing the ability to trace lineages of the true Americans. This is a form of psychological warfare. The goal was twofold. First, to strip the leader of their ancestral identity and their spiritual authority. Second, and more insidiously, to create a fraudulent paper trail that would later allow outsiders to claim to be the first people on this land. It was a lie designed to sever the true indigenous people from their own history, making it easier to steal their land and justify their enslavement by pretending they were just another group of immigrants or lost Africans. Now let's apply this understanding of theft to the famous 5 civilized tribes. They were the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, Muskogee, and Seminole nations, primarily located in the southeast region of North America. What does the civilized label mean? Civilized label was a colonizer term for tribes that assimilated through force, like written constitutions, plantation slavery, and Christianity, in an attempt to negotiate for sovereignty and survival. Under policies like the Dawes Rolls in the late 1800s, the US government conducted enrollment to decide who was officially a tribal member eligible for land allotments. The process was weaponized, using tools like Walter Plecker's racial integrity policies and the one-drop rule. Black indigenous members of these tribes, who are often their original people, were systematically purged from the rolls and reclassified as freedmen or simply black. Their legal Indian identity was erased with the stroke of a pen. Now that we know about the tribes that were reclassified, the original people of the Southeast, the tribes of Virginia, and the millions of American Indians in Oklahoma, Black Americans have direct ancestry to these tribes, but were stripped of that legal identity. And with that being said, this information doesn't erase anyone. This removes erasure.